play center, left guard, because where I played right guard my whole career, they want to see what else I can do. So I took a few snaps out here and there. I did pretty well.
Is it difficult to go from right guard to center, left guard?
When I first did it back in my sophomore year, it was pretty tough. But being here and practicing during the spring at center, because Matt was at class, so I was the first year center in the spring. It helped me out a lot and actually helped my draft stock a whole bunch because it helped my versatility. So they knocked me a whole bunch.
Does that increase the number of teams that are looking at a guy if he can do?
I mean, they're always going to. You only get 7 active linemen in the NFL game, so you have to be able to play a different position, basically the whole line. You got one extra guy for the interior 3, and then one extra guy for the either tackle. So you have to be able to play both of those. So being able to do that here has really helped me.
What was it like being at the combine?
It was strenuous, man. I would say it was fun, but man, those first couple of days, it's like when you're not working out, I was in the hospital for the first day. I was in the hospital for from 9 to 5, just getting physicals and getting checked up, looking at my injury history, past and all that. And, they do more medical drug testing the next day, and then you got drug testing, and you got psychological testing, and oh my God, I just want to go home now. So when we finally got to the workouts and all that, it was pretty fun then.
Will you do any private workouts?
I'm sure I will. I'll be getting calls here soon, so I'm looking forward to those.
Who's your agent?
Neil Schwartz.
What's the weirdest question you got asked by a team?
Oh, don't do that to me. I saw the news. No, I saw the. I can't ask that. I can't answer that.
Anything funny or?
Not really. I mean, it was all business signing down there, so they weren't joking around too much. I mean, they're investing a lot of money in you, so they want to know everything about you.
So what was the hardest part about the combine?
Hardest part is probably just taking those tests, because I mean you're worn out. I mean, you wake up at around 5:30, and then you're busy till 11 at night. So you got a lot of tests and psychological tests, and it's just hard to concentrate because you're just worn out. And then they throw you out there to go work out. So it's pretty tough. Oh yeah, man. It's weird because last year I was here, I'd be working out one day. I was doing this, all the seniors, and I'm like, man, that seems so far away. And here now, I mean, it sounded like a long ways away, but I mean, it's getting really close. And we're getting excited.
Have the team started to give you an idea of where you might go yet?
As far as rounds, I've heard second to third, fourth. I mean, it's out there. I mean, I nobody can control that. Nobody can really say where I'm going to go. So I'm not really paying attention. But second to third, fourth. It's what I'm using here. So hoping to improve that.
I'm sorry.
Hoping to improve that with my workouts and film study and all that. So.
Kentucky hasn't had an offensive lineman drafted since the 90s. What is it going to mean to you to change that, to be the first in many years and one of the few in UK's history?
I mean, it's a great feeling. I mean, it's obviously something you don't want to have, like a streak that you don't want to have in school. So being the one to break it will definitely fill me up with a lot of pride. And I just want to represent my school as best I can, when I get to the league. So it's not just about being drafted; it's about how well you represent yourself after the fact.
What do you make of all this excitement about the program now? 35,000 fans have gotten tickets for the spring game.
That's great. You don't understand how happy I am for them. And I mean, they did. Well, I don't want to say deserve, but I mean, nobody really deserves much. You earn it. But I mean, I'm so happy for them. I mean, I want to see them get the recognition, and I want this to turn into a football school because it's the SEC. So you want to be competitive, and so getting all this hype and getting attention and getting these recruits here is amazing. I'm just so happy for them right now.
Talk about the Senior Bowl. How was it going against that competition, and how was the whole week?
It was great, actually. It was actually pretty fun. It's somewhat like the Combine in that you have a lot of interviews with NFL teams and all that. The Senior Bowl itself, I mean, going against those guys, it's the biggest opportunity you'll ever have before you get to NFL to play against the best. And for me, doing so well over there, I felt like I've helped myself a whole bunch. I mean, it was great, great going against those guys. It was a really tough opponent, so I felt like I did pretty well though.
You said you've never even drafted as an offensive lineman since '93. What can you do in this?
I was 2.
Where were you living?
Dad, Where were we living in '93? Washington?
Well, we moved from Washington to Alameda, California.
Oh, we were living out. I was in preschool. I remember that. Yeah, I was in preschool. Teacher Miss Shuley. I remember my preschool teacher just riding around on our little tricycles.
Knocking other kids over on the playground?
Nah, I wasn't that mean. I was a nice guy, man.
Were you a big kid even in preschool?
I was tall. I wasn't like huge. I was just tall. And like I'd go every time I go into like a new class, I was like, oh my god, he's so tall. And I was like, oh. I didn't know what that meant yet. I was pushing tracks around the play school. I mean playground and all that. So.
Thanks, man.
What have the new coaching staff? What have they done to help you out with the draft process?
Honestly, I really haven't come around too much. It's nothing that they couldn't do. It's just I was out working out with out in Arizona, and then going out work out with Coach Rocket in basketball. I mean, they set everything up here. I mean, it was great. They're really accommodating as far as communication wise. But I mean, I really haven't worked with them so much. So, and it's nothing against them. I mean, I just don't know them that well. So.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite NFL teams growing up? Someone maybe you dreamed of playing of?
Oh, I can't say that. I mean, I really didn't grow up watching football too much. I was a nerd, man. I was watching Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff. So I really didn't have a favorite NFL team.
What's been, the whole process? What's been the most challenging in the draft process?
Just probably just all the work that goes into it. I mean, you're working for 2 days, really. If that, you're really working for 1 day, your pro day, but you're working for that 1 day, and you want everything to go perfect. So for those 2 or 3 months, I mean, it's just strenuous. You got a lot on your mind. You want to do well when the day comes, and I think just having the right mentality going into that, going through that process is the hardest thing.
What do you have planned right now for draft day?
Nothing right now, actually. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I've been working for pro day and my combine. I really haven't thought too much about that, but hoping to be around my family a whole bunch of them. Just have a little get together or something. That'd be great.